All right. So this is State of the Alts, episode 2. Um, Mostly core assault review. I realized that there was a really big thing that I forgot to talk about in the first episode, which was how I felt about core assault and some other stuff from season 13. So I'll be talking about that and the recently released content with Emergence, which you can see kind of sort of going on behind. Pretty cool looking. Um, yeah, and as the State of the Alts episode, I'll also just quickly go over uh, uh, my experience with the alts and with a major change. I added another build to the list of ones I'm working on with Uller. Uh, I've one of the old three witches. Yeah, and now it's a what I'm gonna call. I mean, I'm sure it's been done before, but what I'm gonna call a EPG Torp Witch. So exotic particle general, exotic particle generators, with torpedoes and control psi spam. um, yeah. So far, I think this is one of my two nastiest builds uh, for offensively minded builds. My defensive builds could probably beat it, though, if they did their stuff right. I don't know. Um, the man, I took off uh, all my constraints for this version of the build, basically. Um, except using aux to sif. Like, I should probably be using aux to sif, but whatever. Um, I'm getting too deep into it. Um, Testing for the other characters has gone great. The Psykira is blowing me away. Um, all the ships are doing solid, and I'll be including play in this uh, video. Uh, since it's a core assault review is the big part, I'm gonna do a crystalline entity and then a core assault to show the things I talk about in core assault, and to do another preview of the pure Cytorp maiden build, which is probably been done. Shield drain Torp on a Psyconny. Um, Whoop. All right. Um, all right. Is there stuff I should talk about before I get into the match? Well, Crystalline I can just get right into, warm up. I should probably talk about the stuff that happened in between Core Assaults in Season 13 and Emergence we've got now. Um, the two biggest things in that for me are the Endeavor system and the Ferengi Admiralty system. Admiralty system is pretty great, even after the change to include EC. In my opinion, it's even better now. Um, I still think you're going to get all the gold press latinum you need for Undine assaults and your cosmetic items. Um, Yeah, so those were and endeavors are pretty cool. I think maybe we it'd be cool if we got more of them, or if we could do them more per account or something. Um, but they're a nice boost. They've really helped my EC influx. Um, hmm. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, well, I should probably talk about the Well, no, I'll do that when I get to core assault. Um, yep. I'll just try and focus real quick. Oh, let's just really make a lot of mistakes here. I really should lead with the um, gravimetric torpedo more. Oh, I know where that's going. We're outnumbered. Ooh, so yeah, love this baby. And I'll try and get into some core assault or PvP, because if I get into a PvP match, I can still pretty much show everything in the build that I wanted to show in the core assault map, but maybe even more. Like, because we all know what qualities the core assault map ultimately features. DPS. But even then, I still think it's the best thing in the game currently. I love core assaults. I'm quite hooked on it. Uh, um, I don't really even get into the PvP queues anymore, but I'll do it right now because the core assault queue is looking pretty slow. Okay, so how about while we're waiting for core assaults or PvP to get going, I finish up on Emergence, a story mission which was nice, I think. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. I keep yeah. The story mission was pretty nice. We finally found out what the crystals were. Um, hmm. Kind of weird. Well, yeah. But anyways, well, it's going. It's fun. Um, but the queue was way more interesting. The new queue was Drain Your Gauntlet, and here we go. Uh, it's I'd give this thing, I'd say about an 8 or 8.5 out of 10. Um, it should be higher, but a few little things snag it for me. It's got it's become a part of my grind on high DPS characters, um, and the reason for all that is that this is basically the best item grinding mission in the game now. It's nothing but uh, cruisers, battleships, dreadnoughts, capital ships, the biggest of the bads, attacking in groups against a group of 3 stations that you're supposed to protect. It's awesome, but a few little things snag it for me and put off those few little points like that. There's 3 bases, so a 5-person team will end up having 1 person stuck defending a base all alone. Their build has to be like totally self-sufficient against multiple Borg tactical cubes or multiple battleships or multiple Tholian ships with the crazy disabling mines that do bleed through damage. And that it's awesome how much items and how ridiculous it is, but uh, the the few problems get magnified by that last person at the end defending a base all by themselves, um, because the other problems are the base basically. It's got health and it can lose it, but it's immune to heals. You can't heal it. Um, so that seems to me like a huge shaft to the healer players. Um, uh, but well, I mean, you can argue that you can heal the turrets, but the turrets get blown away pretty quickly unless they're the engineering turret upgraded. So I'm stuck next to them, highly immobile. Um, trying to repair them so that I can then heal them and heal myself. And yeah, I just don't see the reason for their immunity to healing. Um, maybe that's a glitch and I just didn't notice it in the patch notes, or I forget. Anyways, yeah, and even if you're high DPS, if you're a glass cannon, you'll be in a bad place if you're defending one base by yourself. Um, and then the other people will have an extra base worths of attack coming in on them with less turrets and star-based brunt that force. But then you unify with your team, so it's still fun. But great way to challenge yourself. Um, I think there were some big complaints about the challenge of these queues for the Lucari rep, and well, now we've got this, and I think it's awesome, but I just wish we could tweak it a bit, just for those healers. Oh, here we go. Well, this is the second time I've tried to make the video. Earlier we had a little pre-made going on. They crashed as usual. Let's see how my luck is now. Oh man, I need to get that censored. Sorry. I'm just and then the PvP match is about to start where I actually need it up again because they'll get mad at me if I don't. Sorry guys. Someday I'll get some stuff up to censor out the text. I'll get it up into the videos. Slowly working on stuff. There's just lots to do. And this new show is it's well, it's changing the canon. I don't mean that in a bad way for the most part. That 100 years of peace, though. Hmm. Anyways, now, well, this is the first. Is this the first time I've talked about that show on video? Yeah, I think so. Okay, well then I have to give my majority of opinion. I like the show for the most part so far, but uh, well, depending on where it goes, well, this show is highly connected to my favorite parts of Star Trek. So I'm thrilled watching it, but also like, whoa, what's going on? Hmm. Gotta. Oh, that's getting really close. Oh, this is so, I'm supposed to be doing a core assault review in this video. Uh, uh, considered too late. Okay, well I can probably catch a core assault after this. Or maybe I can just like drop the queue halfway through the PvP match and delay it a little bit. Sorry guys. But it's important to get those people into the queue. Oh, love Jordy. It's fun having him in the game. Although, calling him a miracle worker, wasn't there that one point in the episode where like they almost uh, go at pains to say that he does things differently. That oh my gosh, it's just like earlier. Um, yeah, that he does things differently than Scotty. Oh Jesus. Countdown to being vaped in 5, 4. Oh man, I'm turning too hard. Focus. No. Oh, just kill me, Night Shadow. I know you want to. We do have some incredibly strong players on our team, though. This will be an interesting match. Oh god, what am I doing? Yeah. Yeah, that guy. That guy is probably a troll. Yes, I went over it with the heels on that one. I will admit, though, he got me good with that jab. Alright, just gotta try and stay calm. Do we have a healer? We must have a healer. Hmm. Alright. Whew. I wish I knew who won that. Oh, wait, we got more than 2 kills for sure. Fuck. What the hell? Did Ray actually try to... Did Q-Ray actually try to play while he was on my team? What? Wow. Well, it's a day for miracles, I guess. We probably just kill mined the heck out of those two guys. Oh, this is still just building. That's, well, there you go. Yeah, the core assault queue has been a little bit slower since the launch of Emergence. Um, but yeah, but we still play. Still play. Yeah, so that's the pure Cytorp Maiden in its purest form on the Connie refit in its most offensive. I don't know if that's the right choice right there. I don't know. I'll probably check that out in this coming match here. Um, anyways, that was it's a great game. I don't think we got many kills on great players, um, but we did win. So, yeah, hooray. Um, well, yeah. Layla Dax is definitely, I think, one of the Psy Gods, though. Um, so, yeah. Oof. Oh, yeah. Okay, is there anything? Well, Emergence also had a ground queue. That's fairly fun. Kind of goofy. Um, the yeah, the beach assault thing. The Then there's the Zinkethi Red Alert, which you have to go out into sector space to find. I remember being on the wall about it, but I forget why. Um, but it was kind of, it was kind of fun. I didn't not enjoy it. I think I was having a pretty good time until I had one of those nagging issues come up. But if I forget, and I just don't do red alerts enough. Um, what else was there? Oh yeah, the big news in gear for Emergence is the crystalline energy, or no, the Tetrion energy torpedo, which just came out. On most of my Federation builds with the Iconian torpedo, I'll be replacing the Iconian torpedo with um, the Tetrion torpedo. Well, actually, depending, as much as I can while still maxing out what I think the build does. Like, this build will definitely benefit from the Tetrion torpedo, I think. I'll get, because I don't want to use the gravimetric torpedo with spread as much as I can. And it's just waiting for a nerf. Anyways, uh, yeah, I guess I should try and show off the build a little bit. It's not changed much from the 3-witch, except switching the control stuff to drain. I used the Lucari half set for its unique warp battery, which is a nice little clicky. And then on the other hand, the two items are nice for tanking and draining, kind of, sort of. Not the best, but they're decent enough, and the interesting clicky, I think, really boosts it up. I've really started to try and incorporate the more situational stuff into my build synergy lately. Um, yeah. At first, I was sad I didn't get the hull penetration versions of this console, but now I'm glad. Because shield hardness is great, and these builds needed more tankiness, and I expanded this build's shield tanking significantly compared to its witch form. Let's check out the skills. Maybe maybe a little bit too much in tack. It'll be this for my offensive torpedo builds. I'll probably stick with command over Miracle Worker. Oh, Miracle Worker. Miracle Worker spec is actually a big part of the Emergence discussion I wanted to do. It's huge news for me. Um, yeah, I'll just kind of sort of keep going through this. Strategist, surprisingly, it's still going to be, I think Strategist is still the best secondary. Um, Miracle Worker. So, oh, did I put a point into that? Oh yeah, I guess I thought, yeah, I felt in the end I might end up going with Miracle Worker for this build. Yeah, if I clicked on it, I probably definitely thought that at one point. Um, so I'm pretty close to finishing temp ops on this one, just for that one TOS alts thing, recruit thing. Um, but Miracle Worker, well, I feel like this is finally the spec that got the nerf bat while it was still untouchable, and that's good because there are some functionally overpowered parts that, well, it'd be hard to explain from almost any angle, like getting two different passive bonuses, like max haul and regeneration. I think it got two. I might be wrong, but there's a lot of information in that post. I forget. Anyways, the spec still pretty much knocks it out of the ballpark for healing and tanking. It's really solid for both of those. I'm a little bit disappointed with the damage though, and I'm solidly disappointed with, well, not solidly disappointed with one thing, but just um, you know, really curious about it. The damage, well, it's just slightly disappointing. I felt like they built it up a little bit more in the blog post. Basically, with the spec, you in space, you only get damage from activating a hull heal. You'll get some crit H, and then if you critically hull heal or you get critically hit, you'll get some bonus damage. That's pretty much all the damage you get from this, other than the damage you'll get from staying alive. Um, but yeah. Ooh, so, and then the thing that's really got me perked is why doesn't the spec have any cooldown reduction? Um, I think the first time we heard it was the first time I remember hearing Miracle Worker as a term is in Star Trek 3, where they're talking about how fast you get things done. Um, yeah, this man, then maybe the passive could have been cooldown reduction. I don't know, but well, hull regeneration could still be really good depending on how much you get. Oh, here we go. Um, yeah, the bridge officer abilities for Miracle Worker are looking like a mix of incredible and um, existing. Maybe depending, test dependent. The one that's probably for sure going to be good is the hybrid build one. Um, it gives you bonus damage from shooting a different weapon type. Um, Sounds crazy, but the way they explain it is actually pretty good, if you ask me. Um, might be OP. I haven't used it yet, so I can still motivate myself to talk talk hard about it. Let's take a look at these things if we can. Oh, this is the one that's like hull tanking for no shields. Um, just looking at the stats here, it doesn't look like it's worth it to get rid of shields. Well, that's a lot of hit point regeneration. Well, kind of. Um, I don't know. That could be pretty good. defending. You know, those space stats. Oh, that was, I think, one of the ones that I'm really excited about. That one looks like an AoE shield heal. I'm pumped for that. That sounds really nice.
Welcome to Adelphus Station. You and your allied captains will be racing against a second group of captains through a series.
Ooh, I've played a lot of Ragnaroks with that guy. Love him. No, there's an episode, or no, there's a PvP match on another player's channel with him and me in the match together. It's a crazy match. We end up winning. We both recorded the match. Someday I'll upload it. Oh, it's crazy. It's a great match. I mean, the Psy Spam gods on our team pretty much win the match for us, but it's still great. Man, I'm such a weirdo. I play this game too much. But I guess I should finally start with the Core Assault review. This video is mostly supposed to be Core Assault because this map is huge. This mode is huge for me. In one of my videos, I basically asked for an attack. Accidental close-up. I basically asked for an attack and defend mode, which is basically Core Assault. So as soon as we get out those gates and start fighting an objective-based match against each other, it's the most fun I've ever had in this game. And I don't hate the part leading up to the actual PvP mode, but with an objective. Well, let me put it like this. I say there's a shortage of PvP queues and ask for an attack and defend mode. It's now easier than ever to put an attack and defend PvP mode into the game. With this map, you could just switch up the spawn points, take out the little what's it called? Objective course. I forget, but the PVE section basically. Oh, that was dumb. My bad. Oh, sorry, team. Oh, that drives me crazy. Oh, the chick didn't even say anything. The
blue team cleared the first challenge.
Oh, we're losing. Yeah, the PVE part of the Core Assault map is actually really fun or really nice for getting a team used to working together. And if you choose to focus on any of the objectives, you can have a really good warm-up for hard gameplay. Oh, please go for the middle. Usually I go for the middle, but he already went up, so... Great. Ooh, well, I'm just hoping and praying that the Tetrion torpedo high yields with multiple projectiles. Oh, it looks so good. It could be so good. Even if it's Cat 1, I don't even care that much. I'm used to dealing with mixture of Cat 1 in my builds. All my weird little rules about stuff. Man, yeah, I completely forgot to even talk. Yeah, so how about that review?
Blue team
Well,
cleared
I
the
said
second
the
challenge. You have opened the second.
I've said the most of it. Really, I really like it. Yeah, maybe if we made a PvP mode out of it, you could just increase the enemy spawns or add in some enemy spawns as patrols or something. Like increase that. Oh man, I shouldn't have flown out here. Increase that flow of AI to like increase or to increase the amount of time it takes to finish the map, because that of course is what Cryptic cares about. Oh, look at that. Anti-proton torpedo hidden behind the boxes. Someday I'll experiment with that.
The blue team cleared the third challenge.
Nice. Okay, so what I haven't talked about is the clickables and the new battery type items or devices um, that were added with the Core Assault Season 13 update.
You have opened the third door.
Um, I thought they were going to be handled really badly. I was really worried about them. But you can only activate one of the 15-minute ones at once, mostly. Um, and I thought you were just going to be able to stack them all like ridiculousness, and that PvP was going to be quite hard to finish. Um, Man, I can't even drop a full alpha on it. It's going again. Oh. Oh. So yeah, the cookies were handled surprisingly well. It's kind of a pain to get them, but you can make money or you can make EC while doing it. And if you're going to give up your experience points for something, it's not the worst way to do it. The reward is decent. It's just a gamble to get them with EC. Um,
Training program complete.
so that means we won with 130 marks. Oh hey, Vice Squad. So I think I might have just found a glitch. Or well, that's a way to do things. Anyways, we won. But they put up a pretty damn good fight. Um, whew. Oh wow, Stark is an engineer. Wow. Man. Well, well, Stark, if you ever want YouTube internet fame, hit me up. I'm working on putting some teams together soon. Um, anyways, uh, oh, great map to look at your ship. Well lit map at all angles. Oh, um, uh, um, so yeah, Coruscant, I love it. Lots of different builds can have lots of different effects on this really interesting match type. Uh, it's it's another big part of the reason why I ended up making 7 builds after the balance update. Um, Heck of a good time. Bleed through damage, something I've complained about a lot. Maybe too much, judging by the response, has been pretty much handled by this new battery. Um, the uh, the rep gear from the competitive rep has made it onto 2 or 3 of my builds, and I'm fairly happy with how it is. And this is actually going to be the first time I'm looking at these Miracle Worker Bridge Officer abilities as their finished form. So I think this is the AoE. I'm jumping around here. Let me just think. Is there anything else I need to say about core assaults? Um, yeah, maybe the generators are a little bit too strong. I just play it on advanced and they vape a lot of people really easily. And, well, and they, taking only 1 damage while they charge up, and they charge up so much of the time. Um, well, maybe that's just a little. Is that unfair to energy weapon players on this map? I don't know. That's probably a question for a really super serious player. I'll have to try and keep that one in the memory banks. Um, yeah, it's a blast, and there's so much to say about it that I I basically ran out of energy in the last video. Um, yeah, but oh man, I'd love a PvP map and maybe some CPVE marks for it and the other PvP maps. Um, with just the core assault part though, attack and defend. Uh, you know, Maybe you could cut down on the reward. Well, no, the reward is... Well, is the reward too high? I... Well, maybe... Maybe the victory reward is too high? I don't know. Uh, oh, well, anyways, let's check this stuff out. That doesn't seem like a lot of shield regeneration, but that does seem like, well, that's a conditionally nice amount of shield resistance. So, and 4 km range, that's not bad for an AoE. Um, yeah, I might not end up with that, but space stats might be wildly different. Wait, is this ground? Oh, this is ground. Okay, so here we go. Huh. Anyways, just self. Ooh. Oh, but it's a mandatory self heal. That's a little bit rough. Seems like even less shield regeneration. And yep, that's probably not going to end up being used if it's mandatory on myself. Kinetic damage and some BS damage for Space Wizards. And I have a Space Wizard build now, basically. Oh, what have I become? Anyways, oh, I was really curious about this one, but okay, so it's a self-heal and a heals another bit of points for whoever's hit by it. And it can heal your targeted ally. That's pretty cool. But are the stats good? I don't know. Well, honestly, it's not going to boost your damage at all, really, is it? I mean, you're damaged by living. Oh, that might be a nice ability to augment, if nothing else. Oh yeah, this was another one I was really excited for. Yeah, this sounds great. Clears, placates, and confuses when activated for 10 seconds. That's a nice, solid amount of time. And then a nice little bit of energy damage and accuracy. Good accuracy too. Well, solid accuracy. I remember trying to compare these things to other abilities at their level of Bridge Officer slot. Ooh, Confuse. Love Confuse. Guaranteed versus projectile impact 10% chance, otherwise placate for a second or until. Okay, so it's a confuse and placate if they're, or it's a 10% chance placate. Oh, oh, it's an AoE. Oh, oh, it's an AoE. Oh, it's an AoE placate. Or no, it's an AoE kid confuse. Oh, with a chance of placating. Oh. But is it placating them towards their friends? Oh, oh, that could be so sweet. Oh, oh. That could be great for all sorts of builds. A witch build, a confused build, EPG build. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base abilities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base abilities. And that's number 2 and number 2. Okay. Mixed armaments. Okay, here we go. Here's the sweet hybrid armament one. Yeah, wow, that doesn't look like, well, only 10 seconds though. Oh wait, no, but it's firing of a weapon though, so for 10 seconds is not a big deal at all. Wait, but a 45-second recharge? Wait, uh, wow, 10 seconds is not gonna, you're gonna fire your stuff, you're gonna get the bonuses, and then the, the buff is gonna end, right? That's how that seems really short. Hmm. Power drain. Ugh, power drain. Gross. I'll probably never use this. Uh, power drain combined with a control effect. Ooh, and an EPG effect. That'll be good for synergy builds, I think. And then there's the sacrifice your shields for hull tanking a bit, which doesn't seem that worth it. Okay. Alright. Well, we've got some more size spam. Oh, this. A lot of firing, cycle haste. But I take 5,000 damage for a total of. Am I reading this? It does 50,000 damage to me? No, that can't be right. $50. Yeah, that's 50,000 damage. That's more than the base HP of certain escorts, isn't it? For tier 6? Like they're tier 6 escort or raider class ships with less HP than that, right? Um, well, that seems funky. And a power drain. Wow. Yeah, that, and then a power drain. All power. Wow, so that's gonna, if you've got low power and anything, that's gonna shut you down. Shields go down, you'll get rocked really quick in PvP. Your engines go down, you'll be a sitting duck in PvP. Uh, wow. Surprisingly unimpressed. Well, a nice little thing for healing with your torpedoes. That'll be good to sneak into your healing builds. Other than that, oh, narrow sensor bands. Yeah, narrow sensor band, the healing torpedo for healing builds. Uh, wow. Yeah. Maybe a guy hit too hard on Triple. Dang. Well, is there much else to talk about? Hmm. Don't know. That's yeah. Well, I don't think I actually said it, but Miracle Worker will still be making it onto most of my healer tank builds, or pretty much all of my healer tank builds will have Miracle Worker. But I don't know if I'll be using it on non-healer tanks like I thought I would be. I mean, it's a hard choice. I feel like I'll get more damage from it, but I feel like the damage that you get from command is like more on demand. Like this, I feel like the damage in this is more reactionary and more react. And I think the most damage you'll get from this will be from getting attacked, because you're only going to have like what, a 20% chance for a critical heal or something. Yeah, and you're only, depending on the build, you've only got one or two or more hull heals. Is this shield heals too? I really hope this affects shield healing. I mean, it should, right? Oh, well, that's a little bit different if it affects shield healing. Huh, cool. Well, more on that situation as all my alts develop. I think that's it for the video. Did I show everything on the build? I'll quickly go through what I've got. I think I might want to change the DOF, or one of the DOFs. Um, nope. Just clicking on all the wrong things. Oh, here we go. Okay, so those torp DOFs, which recently got fixed a bit, I think, which is great. Um, this guy is incredible for tanking these types of guys. And then the placate with this, basically I just want to see if this works with the additional charged particle reaction, chain reaction thing I get. It probably doesn't, but I just want to try and campaign for it to actually do that, because that would be ridiculous and cool. And then there's this. I should probably replace this with a different DOF, but I just can't figure out which one to do it with yet. And all my other builds need stuff a little bit more, so I keep putting it off. Let me try and think of something off the top of my head to put there. Hmm. Is there anything I can chain with my stations? Hmm. I could put the placate off. That's probably the tanking bit this build needs to really be a winner. But I really want to try and play right with it, even though I'm not technically playing right because I got I got a little bit of energy drain hidden in this build. But I want to try and do it right, so I don't use the placate that comes with Ox to Sif. Because like when you do that, then you pretty much become a hardcore placate build. Like it becomes an actual tanking thing. I use it on my Vapor. It's still not right there, but I don't know. Vaping's pretty much dead if you ask me. Borderline. Anyways, that's what I'm on about with this build. Anything else to show about it? Probably not. Gonna check out my script one more time. Ba-doo. Did I mention I'm doing EPG Witch with one of my characters now? I hope so. Other than that, I'm pretty much done. Yep. Thanks for watching. Nope.